The ancient myth of Icarus is often dismissed as a simple warning against hubris, but it remains a profound mirror for modern ambition. To understand its power, we must look back to the labyrinth, where Icarus and his father Daedalus were held as prisoners. Desperate for freedom, Daedalus crafted wings from feathers and wax, a brilliant invention designed to carry them across the vast Aegean Sea. Before they took flight, Daedalus gave his son a crucial piece of advice, a set of parameters for their perilous journey. He warned Icarus to fly a middle course, avoiding the damp sea spray that would weigh down the feathers. He also cautioned against flying too close to the sun, where the intense heat would inevitably soften and melt the wax. But as they ascended into the open sky, the sheer exhilaration of flight began to cloud the young man's judgment. The sensation of soaring above the world was intoxicating, and Icarus soon found himself drawn toward the golden light. Ignoring his father's desperate calls, he climbed higher and higher, caught in the thrill of defying gravity. The wax began to drip, the feathers loosened, and in a moment of tragic realization, his wings failed him completely. He plummeted toward the sea, a stark reminder of the cost of ignoring the structural limits of our own designs. In our modern world, this story resonates deeply because we are constantly pushed to innovate faster and reach ever higher. We live in an era that celebrates the rapid climb, often ignoring the risks inherent in such aggressive expansion. Ambition acts as the engine of human progress, driving us to break boundaries and redefine what is possible. Yet the Icarus myth highlights the delicate, often invisible balance between calculated risk and reckless, blind overreach. We frequently celebrate the soaring success of a startup or a breakthrough discovery, while overlooking the integrity of the wings. We focus on the destination, the peak, and the glory, often neglecting the foundational support that keeps us airborne. Modern ambition demands that we view our limitations not as failures, but as the necessary framework for sustainable growth. The true tragedy of Icarus was not that he dared to fly, but that he lost sight of the conditions that made flight possible. Success requires the wisdom to recognize when we are approaching the sun, the point where our reach exceeds our actual capacity. As we pursue our own goals, we must constantly ask if we are building sustainable paths or just chasing the heat of the moment. Are we investing in the strength of our wings, or are we simply burning through resources to reach a higher altitude? The story teaches us that ambition is most effective when it is tempered by the humility to respect environmental laws. By balancing our drive with self-awareness, we can reach great heights without succumbing to the gravity of unchecked desires. The sky is vast and open for those who understand that the greatest flight is one that allows for a safe return. We must learn to distinguish between the healthy pursuit of excellence and the dangerous allure of pure vanity. Let the tale of Icarus serve as a reminder that while the horizon is yours to claim, your wings require constant care. Measured judgment is the invisible tether that prevents us from drifting too far into the dangerous heat of our own ego. We continue to build, to dream, and to ascend, but we do so best when we keep our eyes on both the goal and the ground. It is a discipline of focus, ensuring that our reach remains within the bounds of our current capabilities. The lesson remains timeless. Reach for the sun, but always respect the wax that holds your wings together. We must value the integrity of our process as much as the height of our final achievement. In the end, it is not the altitude of the flight that defines our character, but the wisdom with which we navigate. Every great endeavor requires us to check our wings, assess the temperature, and adjust our trajectory accordingly. True mastery is knowing when to push forward and when to maintain a steady, sustainable course through the blue. By keeping our ambition grounded in reality, we ensure that our climb leads to lasting success rather than a sudden fall.